Hello there, I'm the thenthapple, and today we're going to take a look at the second area within Point Lookout, Calvert Mansion, one of the first places that you'll be sent to as part of the quest within this DLC. A place with no terminal entries or notes, but some very interesting speculation can be made on it nonetheless. I'm sure you all know where it is. It's in the most southern point of Point Lookout, no pun intended. And without further ado, let's go take a look inside, because apart from that underground Chinese bunker that we already covered, there's fuck all outside. So as you can see, the inside is extremely extravagant, lots of books, security cameras installed by Desmond Aftermind, the type of affluence that you would afford to a old money family or a large corporation. So downstairs to the left, or what you call the west wing, is the first area we can get a look at, and we can see that it's very well stocked. Okay, there's a lot of food, a lot of medical supplies, a lot of people lived here. Point of interest, these doors don't open until the break-in by the tribals, and you won't be able to get into them besides that. Also, the fucking light's on. I've turned on my Pip-Boy light at last, okay? So stop going on at me about it in the comments section. So, also within here, you can see, it seems like it was a rich family, but also look at the windows, they're all boarded up, okay? These people were trying to protect themselves from something, and you'll see barricades or attempts at barricades throughout the house that would allude to this. They were trying, like the shitty one here, that they were trying to defend themselves, but from what we just don't know. So, first of all, down in the basement, we can see clearly people lived here, there's still lights, there's furniture, okay, clearly a very large amount, and also these really creepy female mannequins, this weird wine cellar, and also what appears to be an alcoholic who died trying to have their last drink. Possibly one of those ugly or fucked up family members that you shoo down to the cellars so like nobody has to look at them. You know, like Sloth? Like him? Yeah. I don't know why they're female, and frankly, I don't really think I want to know. So in here you can actually find a double bunk bed as well as another corpse, okay, and ammunition, a couch, and more of these creepy, very creepy mannequins. So clearly 2 people lived in the cellar, and that tells me that maybe this house was overpopulated. Maybe people were trying to come in here after the bombs fell due to the state of the house that it's not completely fucking destroyed, and tried to make a life for themselves here. They tried to fortify it and keep it for their own. So then in the what we would describe as probably east or west wing, depending on the direction, side of the house, we can see a bigger common area showing just how large the house really is. More barricades, and even a chimney, which isn't really something you see in a lot of houses in Fallout, or even a lot of houses are usually not even stone, showing how affluent this family was. Also, there's plumbing's kind of fucked up, and more shitty barricades can be seen. I wig out here because this door starts disappearing on me, and it kind of made me shit myself because, you know, new PC and all that. I've got a theory this all happened when these people were very vulnerable. This person died while eating. This person looks like they died while trying to shoot out the window, or in the process of trying to defend themselves. The table's laid out for dinner, okay? I think these people were all ambushed in the middle of their daily routines. And as you can see from like all the water bottles and everything everywhere, they were clearly trying to stock up on resources. Even this person to the right of me right here looks like they got killed or pushed down the stairs while trying to run away, but that's just speculation. So further inside, we can actually see in this safe to this room to the left, someone looks like they try to get all the money out, possibly when they are attacked, possibly trying to flee. And then we see this child's nursery with toys everywhere, and then the children actually dead. Now they wouldn't have slept here, so this means they were killed while they were playing, and then it looks like ammunition was opened and about to be used, but it never was. So everything was there to be used, but nobody ever got round to it. These people, possibly the children as well, look they were killed even in a working on homework or in a doing music. So it looks like these people were all attacked during their daily routines, possibly in the early hours in the morning. So you can get a glance at what these people are actually like by looking at their wardrobes, okay? There's no raider armor, there's no power armor. It's just pre-war stuff, so these people clearly hoarded all this or brought it over and managed to survive this long. But we don't know how long they were here and when they left. As Desmond says later, it was abandoned when he got here. So that's how much we know so far, but in this room across here we can actually find someone killed in their own bed, which leads me to believe once again this happened in the early hours in the morning. The table was set for breakfast. Somebody was already down there, the kids were already awake because young kids usually rise before adults, but some of the adults were still sleeping, or even the drunk who was passed out in the cellar. You can find some turrets and a lot of security cameras throughout, also these 2 dogs, Jerry and Frecky, whatever the fuck those names are. all installed by Desmond, and I think he must have got the hardware from the military installations about Point Lookout, because I very much doubt he actually brought them over himself, or managed to find them just in houses. The monitors are frankly very shitty quality, which is pretty standard for the Fallout universe, and I don't know how I'd ever actually see anything on them, but he is a hardened bastard, so that's not very surprising. But yes, I do think he got all this military equipment from the bases, or possibly the submarines dotted about the area. So upstairs we can see more of his attempt to defend the place. We've got the sandbags, monitors, probably to monitor the areas around, and then these areas upstairs. So this door over here can't be opened. Once again, someone's killed on a snooker table. Someone was playing snooker, someone came behind them and shot them, okay, which once more leads me to believe they were all attacked when they were vulnerable. So they knew someone was trying to attack them, but the people got to them when they weren't expecting it. Early hours of the morning once again, but I could be wrong. I don't really know why they put these barricades, because these couldn't stop jack shit, but we can find one more person here who was definitely in the process of sleeping and was killed. Even their weapons were nowhere near them, they made no attempt, they had no chance to defend themselves. So yes, these people were definitely vulnerable, they were getting attacked by someone, and they were all killed at their most vulnerable or least defended state. So now we can talk to Desmond.
And I didn't even need to use the failsafe, but that would have done a real number on some of the paintings, so just as well you were here. Anyway, name's Desmond.
So we can actually find out about the failsafe and his panic room.
The type that kills everyone outside of my safe room and leaves a hell of a mess to clean up. Standard type. Not worth wasting on ignorant savages like them, honestly. Just as well you came along when you did. So, tell you what I'll do. I'll share a few tips for the next time you're making a dramatic final stand.
We can also see how much of a hardened bastard he is.
What's the difference between you and me, kid? What makes a gifted killer like yourself into a rock-hard bastard like me? The answer is training, you ignorant fuck! I've got 100 years of experience on you, and don't you forget it. Stick by me and you'll get a master's class in doing what has to be done.
So there is another room in this house, the panic room, but it can't be accessed until later in the DLC, and Desmond reminds me of Randall Clark, a hardened cunt that will bugger anybody who tries to fuck with him, and the fact that he's been defending this place so long is a testimony to that. But in terms of terminal entries or notes, there is nothing to be found here. All I could do was base it on the speculation of the position of corpses, and what these people had in terms of provisions. Apart from that, that's it. So that's the legend of the Calvert Mansion, an area where a large group of families or a large family tried to make their residence after the bombs dropped, based on the fact the building's not destroyed. They were attacked by somebody, now based on the fact that the children were clearly awake. The corpses were positioned in either dinner or sleeping. It was either late at night or in the early hours of the morning, and they had the means to defend themselves. They had the weapons, but based on the fact some of the lockers are open, the weapons are lying out, I think they just didn't have time to do it. The man in the dining room, who was dead right with his gun in his hand near the window, makes me think they struck just like that, tried to come in, was successful in getting in, and nobody had a chance to react. Apart from that, there's a bit about Desmond, but he doesn't have any knowledge about the Calvert Mansion. According to him, it was abandoned when he got here, so this all probably went down 70, maybe 80 years before. Now, I don't know whether it was the tribals, or the inbred cannibals, or maybe another faction that we just haven't seen. This is connected to the mainland, so somebody else could have came in and left long ago. So we don't really know, but I do think it's interesting based on the position of corpses in here that we can piece this story together. So I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, like, favourite and subscribe. Shares on social media like Twitter and Facebook, and posts about my content on websites like Reddit really do help, and I appreciate all of them. Comment below for any other suggestions for this series, Skyrim, or any other series that you would like me to do. And as always, I hope I will see you in the next episode. And goodbye. This is the end of the episode. You reached it. Here, have a metaphysical high five. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave some feedback in the comments section below. If you have any suggestions for future content, I would love to hear them. Or just to hear you talking to me in general, because it's pretty good crack. If you want to talk to me on a more regular and or personal and or quicker level, follow me on Twitter at thenthapple. If you want to get regular updates to my content, subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, why not give it a like? And if you want to let other people see it and help me grow, I always appreciate shares, because sharing is caring. And as always, I hope I will see you in my next episode. And goodbye.